into it, but I don't know, dog. Actions speak louder than words, so we'll see.
Oh man, we being recorded too? Nah, okay.
Come on, come on, doggy. So thanks for coming on, man.
No, of course.
So you got, I know things happen, and you said a 1.5 on top.
Well, how do you do that cut? Would it be like a 2.5 or something, and then it would fade out?
You could do whatever. Well, let's do a 2, and then we'll see how it looks. Do you still do the wave cap and all that?
I mean, so I sleep
no?
with my son and daughter, so it gets pulled off through like the middle of the night. You know what I mean? So I'll wake up, do-rag's all like discombobulated. So it's like I'll put it on my way to work, but other than that, it's like I can't sleep with it. But I've never gotten like waves when I was younger. I think my hair is, and this is gonna sound funny, but I have a weird ass pattern, but it's like too curly. Well, you'll see when you cut it, watch. Like it's too curly, and once it gets to a certain length where like people start dipping, mine starts like flipping essentially. And,
dipping and flipping.
Dipping and flipping. That wouldn't even mean, like that's what it looks like, because you saw how curly it was. So that shit just goes crazy.
Nah, dog. If you don't have that Kevin Durant hair, I think you're good.
Nah, that's fair. That's fair.
That's cool, man. So what's going on with you? How's life?
Life's good, man. Had some like ups and downs, but like I guess the best way to look at it is take the ups better than the downs. Like I don't know if I told you my son had gone to the hospital.
No.
Yeah, dude. On his 10-month like day, I guess. Dude had a fever for like 7 days.
No.
Yeah, so I missed like a couple days. I think the beginning when we came back from Z-Time. And dude had like a fever for 7 days all throughout Christmas, through the Christmas break, and it went down every time we gave him Tylenol. But it would just come back in the morning or whenever he was like out of that loop of the 6 hours. So we finally took him to the hospital, and we thought that we were gonna be there for like regular checkup, like, oh yeah, he's just got this. We'll give you, you know? Nope. We were there for like probably 12 hours. Yeah, all like from afternoon to night with a bunch of other like sick people. And I feel messed up because like the day we went was New Year's, dude. And so the emergency that we would have gone to was closed down. Another building was closed down. So everyone was like kind of formed or stuck to be clustered in this one room. So I was like, fuck, man, if he doesn't have anything, he's about to get something, you know? And then my daughter was with my grandparent, or her grandparents, and I was just like, you know, stressing. So we ended up getting to see the doctor. The doctor's like, yeah, he has like some kind of respiratory thing. It's not COVID, but we're gonna check it anyway. And they checked his COVID, no COVID. They ended up having to take blood from him. And poor guy, like, I've never seen a baby get blood drawn. Like, that shit sucked for him.
Did he flinch? Because when my kids go, you know,
no,
we just kind of distract them. And they're like, all right, whatever.
So I try to distract him, bro. And like, so he's a weird dude. So when he gets his shots, he knows from the first time he got his shots. He was like, wait a minute. That's that lady that got me last time.
You ain't playing me this time,
my guy.
Yeah,
so he's chilling the whole time until she comes in. Then he's mean mugging. And like he stays staring at her. So he'll even look at us, but as soon as he sees her come to him, he's like, nah, she's gonna do something. Then he just stares at the shot. There's no distracting him. So with this one, he's like, I'm a little skeptical because like this looks like the same place as the other place, you know? So the dude came in. Then we had to hold him down. So we had to hold him down. They tied the little tourniquet around his arm so they can like tighten his blood or whatever. Then they drained, I think, like 5 vials, bro.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. And then the guy felt bad doing it. He was like, I'm sorry, baby, I'm sorry. It was fucked up, man. But so we found out that he had, we were looking if it was it Kawasaki disease?
Kawasaki?
Yeah, bro. And I thought they were, like, not joking, but I thought I heard him wrong. So I was like, I'm not going to repeat it until I hear him again. But yeah, it's Kawasaki. It's like the motorcycle.
I've never even heard of that. What does that do?
So it's a respiratory disease, dude. It's basically like, and I don't know, I was in distress mode, so I didn't listen well enough. But it was like, it's something that attacks the respiratory system. The kids can get it at like this age from like, I think 6 months to like 2 years or something like that. And the way they described it, it's like common but uncommon at the same time. It's like there's special events that you got to get it. So he didn't have that, and I was like, all right, cool. Then they had to hook him up to an IV because they were saying, well, we need to keep him on fluid. So, bro, went through a whole bunch in a matter of like 3 days of the new year, dude. Yeah. So we ended up being able to take him home. They told us, like, all right, it's nothing too serious. We're going to put him on these, what do you call them? Antibodies or...
Antibiotics?
Yeah, antibiotics. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking like anime comics or some shit. But they put him on antibiotics, and he started like doing better like as soon as they put him on. So we took him home, chilling. Went back to daycare. Sister was happy to have her little brother home. Everything was decent, but like the stress of like, yo, we don't know what's gonna happen. Like, you know, man, because you got kids. Like, so that shit, it was fucking with us the whole time. But come back to work, he's doing fine. And that's just the plus side. He's about to have his first birthday, March?
So right around the corner, man.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, bro, you're just giving us like a run for your money until like your year mark, you know?
That's the kids, man.
Yeah, dude.
That's something I didn't understand until I had kids, like that worry, that constant worry.
Dog.
You know, now it makes sense when my dad would say, like, you guys are never out of my mind. It was like, dude, I'm 18 years old. What are you talking about?
Grown-ass man, bro.
I'm a grown man. What are you talking about?
It's like, now you feel that. Yeah.
And then when they say, like, they never stop being your kids, and I think I understand that now.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know, like that. It's weird, man. Like, I feel what you're saying. It's that unconditional love. Like, it's weird how it manifests in you, man.
Yeah.
For the first kid you have, it's like coming into the world. It's like, well, it changes you, obviously. I don't even know how to explain it better than saying until you hold that baby, you know, it's like, oh, man, I'm not a kid anymore. Like, no matter how old you are when you have a kid, I feel like you always think of yourself as your parents' kid or, like, because I was, like, the middle child, so of, like, 8 kids. So it's
8
like,
kids?
yeah, bro, I got 8 siblings, dude, or 7 other siblings. But,
Sheesh.
yeah, so it's like, man, like, you got a whole village. So it's like, oh, I'm one of the kids. Until you have that kid, it's like, oh, damn, I'm an adult now. Like, I don't know, having an apartment didn't do it for me, or having, like, a car or job, it was holding them kids, man.
It's a different thing. I think what you're saying, it manifests from a head knowledge to like, from a head understanding to like, I understand.
Like,
you know,
that internal.
Yeah, like,
man.
I know what you're talking about now. I feel you. Like, I don't just hear you, I feel you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's cool, though. I'm glad little man's cool.
Yeah, man, me too, bro. Thank you.
Thank God, man.
Yeah. Freaking,
So you had a tire change this morning?
Yeah, bro.
Hit you with it?
Because, like, I was wondering why she wasn't driving it last night. So it was her brother's birthday. And she was already at her parents' house. They live, like, down the street from us. She's already at her parents' house. And I was like, yo, where's the SUV? She's like, oh, my mom picked me up. I said, all right. And then I didn't think nothing of it. I was just like, all right, you just didn't want to drive. That's fair. So I get back, didn't look at the tire because the way she parked was a tire outside of where I'm walking, right?
Uh-huh.
So I walk in, do my thing, night, you know, play video games for the night, kids get put to bed, and then play video games, not before. I don't know why I had to clarify that. Like, nah, all right, y'all do your thing.
I got you, dog. I got you.
So I'm playing all night. She could have told me she's on her TikTok doing her thing. And then I'm about to leave, right? She's like, oh, hey, before you go, I got a flat. I was like, what? And I was like, what do you mean you got a flat? She's like, I got a flat tire. And she says it like laughing. I was like, why are you telling me now? And then,
I got to go somewhere.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, man, whatever. I was like, let's pull it out real quick because we're like under a carport.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have space. So I pulled it out just enough, jacked it, changed it to the spare. And I was like, when I get back, we'll fix it, patch it, whatever we need to do. She's like, all right. And then she's just going down the street. I was like, bro, I could have dropped you off. But hey, I was so mad. But it was like a, 15, 20-minute change?
It happens, man. Like it feels like whenever you got something to do, something pops up.
Bro.
Like I was telling you last night, I've been trying to work out. It seems with my new schedule with the 2 jobs and family, obviously, it's like I don't have the time to work out every day like I used to.
Or the energy.
Or the energy. That's the other thing. But I was doing a little full body kettlebell workout yesterday. And I felt like I got shot by a sniper in my hamstrings. It's funny, now that I turn 30, dude, I've experienced things that I've never experienced before.
Is that so? So I'm not 30 yet. I'm like around the corner, man. And the joke is always when you turn 30, it hits your knees. Like you immediately like feel that age hit you.
You know what? I'm not gonna say that it's
like
it's guaranteed
as soon as
because
you hit 30?
everybody's different. But when I hit 29 and a half, no lie, my body started betraying me, dude.
Hey, bro, I'm like, that's where I'm about to be. So hold on.
I started off with I used to do a keto diet. It turns out I was doing it wrong. So
my brother used to do that.
yeah. So there's a specific way you're supposed to do it other than eating like meats and cheese, you know. So anyways, I'm doing that. I did it the year before and I lost like maybe 15, 20 pounds.
Okay.
And it felt good, right? So I was like, all right, before I hit 30, there's a couple like workout goals that I want to hit. I wanted to hit 3 plates on bench, 4 plates on squat, and then 4 plates on deadlift. I hit 2 out of the 3.
Of goals?
Yeah, the goals.
Okay.
So I got the squat and the deadlift, but I didn't get the bench. I think it got like 295.
Okay.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to see how strong I can get before I hit 30. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna couple that with the keto diet. So I'm like, 3 weeks to a month in. I forgot how long I was gonna do it, but the previous year I did it for maybe about a month. 3 weeks to a month in, dude, I felt like I have like somebody stabbing me in the stomach.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Because it's just a bunch of meat. Well, but you said you were doing it wrong though,
I was doing it wrong, so
but
okay.
Even if you do it right, dog, I feel like that's just unhealthy.
Well, I don't know. That's the thing that I don't know. Because there's a lot of people who do it right. I'm not a nutritionist, so I was doing it wrong. So here was my diet.
Okay.
I was eating like meats and cheese, which are already, like I'm lactose intolerant.
Me too.
And when I eat meats and stuff, I don't know, for whatever reason, my body doesn't break it down as easily, so I feel like I'm full all day.
Is it red meats?
Yeah. So anyways, I feel like somebody's stabbing me in the stomach. I was like, all right, whatever. And then I was supposed to go to work one day, and I wake up, and I feel I got like the flu. This was right around like COVID. I was like, oh, here it is. I got COVID.
I got it.
I got it.
Yeah.
It got me finally. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait it out. So I wait out a couple days, and it doesn't go away, dude. I'm like constipated. Sorry for the TMI, but
no, you're good.
I'm
bro.
like, I have a fever. Like, I'm down bad, bro. Let's just say that. So I finally go to the doctor, and I feel
I'm down.
Talk to him.
Bro.
I'm like, hey man, like I don't know what's happening. I just feel like somebody's stabbing me. I can't use the restroom. It hurts in my abdomen area every time I try. And he's like, oh, like what are you eating? I was like, well, I'm doing a keto. And he looks at me. He's like,
you son of a.
that's your problem right there. So long story short, it comes to find out, like, essentially he told me, yeah, dog, you're 30. Like your body's not gonna handle that well anymore.
Damn.
Like, golly. I didn't take it seriously, like you were saying, when older heads would be like, wait till you hit 30. But it is a real thing.
Dude. So.
I was over here thinking that, they say your athletic prime's in you're like 33, right? But they didn't tell you that that's not the same for a 5'9" Mexican. That's probably for like a super athlete. You know what I mean?
Nah, so I still think, so my pops would tell me, like, he's like, man, that grown man strength kicks in at like age 30. Or like, not like age 30, but he's like in your 30s. Like you could be in your 20s, that's still your youth figuring out like your muscle, I don't know, like plan. I don't know the best way. Your muscle blueprints for your body.
Right.
And by the time you get to 30, it's like, all right, this is what you've designed us to be. The years that you put in, the sports you played, the sports you didn't play, the way, like, you know what I mean? All the stuff you've accumulated up till now is gonna determine this grown man strength you're gonna tap into. And my dad, bro, like I don't know how to explain it. And I think everyone thinks about this, like, of their dad. But my dad's like a swole ass, like 6'2" chunk dude. Like he has that like
thick boy swag.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he has like a stomach, but it low-key looks like a 4-pack on his stomach. And he was like, yeah, nah, bro, I haven't done anything since I was like 40-something. And he's like in his like almost 60s, dog. He's done construction all his life, I should mention that. So that's also that latent, that like fucking.
Oh, that's a workout in itself.
Yeah,
dog.
bro, like fucking carrying 2x4s all day or throwing bricks around, you know what I mean? So like he had that just dynamic strength already. But I was like, all right, man, I'll figure it out. And still, I'm looking forward to it, hopefully. But I'm starting to realize, like, oh yeah, I kind of get what grown man strength is, bro. It's that I'm not able to not do what I'm supposed to do. Like let's say we're going to work. It's like, bruh, I got to be able to maintain this for how many days, how many months, how many, you know? And I was like, the grown man strength ain't the physical, it's the mental, dog. It's that how do you explain it? It's that discipline. And it's like you only get that as a grown man. Young men don't have that like mind. I mean, some athletes have super discipline. My little brother is a disciplined ass kid, bro.
I think as you get older, you start to realize, you know, because when you're younger, you could eat at 3 a.m, dog. Wake up at 7 and just be cool and go to work or go to school, whatever, and you know.
Eat a bag of hot Cheetos.
Eat a bag of hot Cheetos for breakfast with a coffee, and you'll be fine. Like.
Yeah, man, that shit'll wreck us now.
But now, dude, I have a coffee past 6. I'm like paying for
your
it.
guts,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like
all,
the next
all
day, it's
day.
just the juice ain't worth the squeeze for me. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's the wear and tear. I think a lot of people don't realize that. You know, I would say a lot of younger kids don't realize, you know, what you plant, what you sow is what you're gonna reap,
Yeah,
right?
shit, I didn't realize it.
I didn't
jumping
realize
off
it. I
of
was doing
buildings and
keto.
shit. Yeah, man. Fuck it. So my brother did keto, so that's why I hate keto. Or not hate it, I judge it so harshly. He did it and he was like, I'm gonna lose so much weight. But I was like, all right, for sure. But my dude doesn't work out. And I'm like, all right, bro, you gotta do something to work out. And I don't know. For me, I'm lactose, but he would eat bacon, steaks. Like, shit looked good. I was like, bro, how are you losing weight on this? And he was like, no, these people, he's showing me shredded ass, like, gymnasts. And I'm like, dude, these guys are doing something else, obviously.
It's not just
it's not just, like, they got to be working out or something.
It's the diet coupled with the workouts that give you the max results, because I was telling Jason about it actually, and he's like, you know, I'm just gonna start eating like 2 boiled eggs in the morning, and I want to drop like 50 pounds. Like I was telling him, you're gonna drop the weight, but you're gonna be skinny fat in the process, because your body's first, you know, natural source of fuel they throw in your muscles because they want to keep the fat.
You're about to starve those first. Yeah.
Because you know, I grew up. I'm gonna use air quotes, an athlete. And
An athlete. It's an air quotes.
Air quotes. And my main sport in high school was wrestling.
Really?
So they taught me, you know, it was all about diet and stuff, but they didn't teach us like how to diet. It was always like, oh, you got to lose 10 pounds in 3 days, or oh, you got to lose this. Yeah. Because, you know, you're a kid, like we're saying, you're a kid, you're over there eating like hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
And, you know, the burritos from the lunch, lunch spot and stuff.
Or that, like, I don't know, my place, my high school or middle school, always had like a liquor store right in front of it. And I don't know if that was like a purposeful, like we're gonna get all these kids. I'm sure it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but it was always the junkiest, like, you ever had those, I'm sure you got them from like ice cream trucks. It's like a bag of chips with chili and cheese in them. Bruh, breakfast every day.
That was your breakfast?
Every day.
Oh my God.
And then,
I feel bad for your classmates.
dog, and I was lactose at a young age, ripping them. But nah, man, it was like, that junk food, dude. That junk food gets you.
Yeah, man. So forgot what we were talking about.
You were talking about your wrestling and the
diet.
diet.
Yeah. So, you know, I kind of carried that mentality of like, you know, running with bags on, just getting a sweat down, killing yourself every workout with no like, you know, not even a first thought of recovery and sleep, and
you got to die in order to feel it.
You got to kill yourself. That's the only way you're gonna feel. You know, your body's gonna recognize it's a good workout. But it's a complete different game, man. Now it's maintaining what I do have and trying not to hurt myself, because that wear and tear is real, man. As you get older, and I can only imagine, you know, what the 40-year-olds are feeling like these days.
So that's what pisses me off, man. I got a 60-something, I don't know how old he is now. He's old, but my Uncle William, bro. You know what Mr. Clean looks like, right?
Yeah.
Like, so my Uncle William is, for lack of better words, the exact definition of tall, dark, and handsome. Like, I shit you not, bro. I shit you not.
Hey, dog,
like,
he's blessed.
He's blessed for sure.
All right.
Dude doesn't have a blemish on his skin. For a 60-year-old man, I've never seen him like, but again, that's a lifestyle. Dude has always been cut. Dude has always had like a girlfriend that was probably 20-something, like at least 20 years younger than him. and could keep
handsome
up.
and he has game?
Handsome and he has game. But also, I'm going to end it with bro's black with blue eyes.
He's an Adonis, bro.
Yeah. I mean, so it's like, you just got gifted, bro. Like, you were a blessed bee.
He's over here just making me feel bad.
You know what I mean? And just making me hate my life. Like, bro, like, Dad, how come I couldn't be his son, bro? Like, but so this dude, 60s, almost probably 70s, because he's older than my pops. Still cut, bro. Still swole. And it's like, all right, he gives me hope. He gives me hope. I was like, those are my genetics. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're in there somewhere.
Hey, man, they say black don't crack.
Bro, so I'm hoping it don't. But, I mean, shit.
What's the other one? Beige don't age.
Is that one? Is that one? That's
that
funny.
One
My son's beige, so he's good, bro.
He'll be good, man.
He is very light.
No, but it really is just like taking care of yourself and, you know, eating right.
And it's hard to eat right, bro.
Oh, my gosh. Especially now it's,
so,
you know, we try to
so
eat.
accessible?
Oh, yeah. Junk food is the main.
So what's your
abundantly.
poison? What's your poisonous junk food? Sugar, like what? Sweets, candy?
Not, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not like a ice cream type of dude.
You just manage to get sugar somehow.
I find a way, bro.
Just spoonfuls of cane sugar. What, no, like juice?
For instance, it could be juice sometimes. My wife buys these things from Costco. It's like these, they're peanut butter and jelly sticks. So it's like a stick with peanut butter in it, and then they have like a jelly dipping.
Damn.
I go through like 2 of those a day.
Yeah, I would too. I go through those Uncrustables.
Oh, I love those. Those are my main thing when I used to wrestle.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to bring those all the time.
I would take a box to school and just wreck that shit all day. I used to play football. Yeah, so like, I played football and basketball.
Where did you grow
up? PHS.
Where's that?
Pasadena High School.
Oh, you went to Pasadena?
Yeah.
How was that?
I mean, so from an adult standpoint, it was probably exactly what I needed. Mm-hmm. But from the kid's standpoint, I also told you I grew up with like 7 other siblings. Mm-hmm. I was a knucklehead, like for lack of better words, bro. I was acting up. I focused on girls. I focused on all the wrong stuff.
Typical teenager
stuff.
Yeah,
typical teenager stuff. And, but I mean, it was cool. Like I was never like a jock type dude. Like I was a nerdy ass jock because I was scrawny as shit growing up, dude. Like I was a little, and I'm not like the biggest guy now, but I was like an Urkel looking ass kid, bro. You know what I mean? Because you see me with the glasses. Like I had my mom, I tried to convince her not to get me these oval glasses. And somehow I knew, I was like, bruh, these are whack. Like, these are going to get me made fun of. I was like 8 years old when I first got my first pair.
And you already knew.
And I was like, man, this is going to get me just ruined in school. My rep, done. And I go to school with them, clowned. So I'm like, all right, not wearing glasses. Got bullied freaking up until like 8th grade. I even remember my bully's name, bro. This is so bad. This dude's name was Chris Bush.
Shout out Chris Bush.
Shout out Chris Bosch, right? Or Chris Bush. Like, hey, it's both of them. It's like, oh, what if that was him? And I got his name wrong? Like, imagine. But nah, fucking Chris Bush, this light skin, like, I'm sure he was mixed with something. His hair was like extra waffy, if that makes sense.
I don't know what waffy is.
He's like black, but you know how like white people have that like comb over?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had a waffy comb over.
So he had like straight hair.
Kinda, but it was curly. It was like Italian curly.
Okay.
So that's the best way to compare it.
I got you.
Taller than me, douchebag. Freaking like used to push me in the hallway, like knock my shit down, and I was like, all right, bro, like I'm not tough. Like my dad taught us how to fight when we were younger, but he specifically mentioned don't touch anyone unless they hit you. And I was like, I mean, this nigga's not hitting me, so I didn't understand it, and I was kind of afraid of him.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not gonna hit him. So this dude came up one day and sprayed me in the face with Axe. And I'm pretty sure he tried to get me on the shirt. Because we talked about it in the principal's office. But he sprayed me all in the mouth, the eyes. I was like, what the fuck? And I just like, you know, the typical, I saw red.
Yeah.
I lost my shit. I tackled bro and just started started doing him. And I was a little tiny kid. Gave it to him. And low key, he was like everybody's bully at the school, right? Then I was like, oh, my reputation. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna beat up bullies. So I felt like a thing for like nerds, you know what I mean? So as I started playing sports and shit, I got a little bit more muscular, but I always kicked it with like my nerd homies. And I would be playing in the library Magick. You know what Magic the Gathering is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do? So I'd be like the dude just got off football practice. Hey, yo, bro, here's my deck. Like we'd be.
My deck.
Exactly, dude. So I'd be that guy. And I go play football, go play basketball, but still hang out with my nerds. And then
with my fellow nerds.
you know what I mean? That was my community, dog. That was my community.
Hey, dog, I respect.
Yeah. So like even when like the douchebags on my team would try to like make fun, I was like, nah, bro, they're my homies, man. Like leave them alone. They were like the typical, what you would expect nerds. You know what I mean? But yeah. So like that was my like high school experience. I got into gangs like a dummy. But nothing major, like, cause like, I don't know, when kids bang, it's not the most serious shit.
I never understood that because, you know, where we're at now, Pico, there's a few little gangs that are affiliated with like the bigger gangs and stuff. And I never understood it, especially in like the high school level, like you say, it's just all drama. And I remember I had this homie who I used to wrestle with, and he was part of one of those gangs. And I have this one memory burned into my mind. His own homie was like, nah, dog, that's it, we're getting down. He's like, what? For what? What did I do? Like, what? Like, tell me what I did. He's like, nah, that's it, dog. You crossed the line, blah, blah, blah.
And then they just checked him?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I was like,
I don't want to be a part of that.
Hey, man, you like it, I love it, dog, but.
What the
heck? I grew up bullied too. Like, for sure. I was a little fat kid.
I would not have guessed that.
I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, you know, we didn't have the best nutrition growing up. My parents didn't know, right? We're products of, you know, our parents did the best.
It was what they were offered too, man.
Yeah, like soda was my water, junk food, not going to sleep late, waking up late, like it was all bad. But.
So, oh man, shit. So my dad was a Marine and douchebag. This guy would make us wake up and run with him. Like all of us. Yeah, bro, up to the hill, up to the horse track and back down for breakfast.
I'm sure you hated it, but
I appreciate it now. Because I didn't my dad grew up on a farm also. Like, it's just, there's a whole backstory for this dude. Dude grew up on a farm and made his own, like, workout equipment, right? So, like, you know, he was basically lifting concrete. And fucking other farm equipment, you know what I mean? So he translated that shit to us. And it's like, you guys are weak, you fucking city bred. Like, all right, bro, like, damn.
I'm 8 years old.
Yeah, dude, like, fucking, you guys need to be out there farming, dude. It was like, all right, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
So he was definitely harder on us when it came to, like, fitness regimens. Like, so I would kind of wish I got the lazy shit sometimes, but then it was like, nah, low key, that would have been harder to come out of. So I'm surprised you were able to, like, get off. When did you get fit?
I don't know what you would define fit, but once I got to high school, that's when I like joined sports seriously. Like I grew up playing basketball and stuff, but like it was all just like for fun. I didn't really play. I played like a couple city leagues and stuff, but other than that, when I got to high school and especially in wrestling, it was like, oh no. Because you know in football, you have that team thing, right? So if one player slacks off, somebody else can pick you up.
Yeah.
But in wrestling, it's you.
Just you.
It's you. So it's like there's no excuse, oh, this guy didn't want to play today. It's like it shows on the mat. Either you put in the work or you didn't.
Wow. So I never wrestled. I learned like jiu-jitsu and like kickboxing. And we did like competitions like that because I don't know. I would end up throwing a punch if I was wrestling somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you get overpowered and shit. It's like, no, fuck that, bro. You instinctively start swinging or something.
It's like, I'm starting to get work now.
Yeah, like now I'm about to fight you, dog. So like wrestling, I respect wrestlers in water polo, dog.
Oh my god.
I could never water polo.
Nah, that's never even crossed my mind. That's
dude.
I can't even swim like that, dude. I can like doggy paddle or do a little bit, but.
So do you know like how deep their pool is?
It's like 10 feet.
It's like 10 feet all round, dog. Oh, so like imagine you ain't got nothing to grab onto. You're not gonna grab onto the wall, make game. You're treading all game, dog.
That's what I don't understand. Dude. Like I literally cannot understand how you guys can or how they can.
Yeah, I'm not part of that. I'm not part of that.
Like tread water for so long.
Dude.
And you know what's funny is like my boy's dad was a Marine too, and I was over at his pad one day. We were watching some show on TV, and they were showing a little bit of the buds training, and they had these fools. Their hands tied behind their back, and they had to tread water for as long as they can. And they let these fools drown, right?
What the fuck?
It was like,
That's water polo?
No, it wasn't water polo. It was a Marine.
Oh, I was about to say, that sounds like Marine shit.
But I was just like, I'm seeing like treading water for that long, especially with your hands tied behind your back. Like, I just can't comprehend that. Like,
so,
sheesh.
I got a story for you. So when I became a Marine, bro, I swam a little bit when I was a kid. I like to swim. Low key, probably should have thought about the fact that Marine is literally about water, nigga. They're land, air, and sea. And I was like, oh, we're not gonna be doing that shit. I'm gonna be in like the recon. I'm not gonna be doing that. Part of their training, dog, you have to learn how to float with your fucking pants. Like, you gotta cuff some air into your pants, tuck your knees into your chest, and float there, like basically with just your head sticking out of the water a little bit. And you fucking teeter side to side and shit. There's so much water training, bro. And I was like, man, I should have went to the Air Force, bro. Like, what the fuck is this?
That could have been me, man, but I had my hand tattoo.
Good morning.
I had my hand tattoo, and I tried to go into the recruitment office. Nope, and they looked at me, and they were like, nah, go try the Army.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm good.
They had that, so, like I told you, it's up to, like, collar to where your cuff is. They didn't allow sleeves up until, like, recently, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's also like, and I think it's kind of whack, but it's there's a bunch of regulations on tattoos, but some of them I agree with, like no obscene tattoos or no racist stuff, or like gang affiliations or anything like that, because you could be on the same family brotherhood of like, you know, the military, but let's say somebody's from like a Blood or a Crip. And they start beefing in their own like battalion.
It's a division.
Yeah, man. It was like, nah, be unified.
Yeah, you're supposed to be unified, right?
Yeah.
What was that process into getting to the Marines for you?
So like,
how did you decide you wanted to go? I mean,
well, so growing up, I told you about the gangs and stuff, and what like kind of motivated me was my oldest brother wanted to be a Marine, and like my dad was a Marine, my stepdad was a Marine, my grandpa was in the Navy, so, and like my other grandpa, so like, it was just like a familial military thing,
family.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my brother was a Blood from like Pyru, and long story short, he got into some stuff with some people, and he was walking me home from school one day. They pulled up and they tried to shoot both of us.
Really?
Yeah, and they got him. He grabbed me before like shit got real, and like tucked over. He ended up bleeding out before the cops got there.
Sheesh.
But like he was like, nah, man. Like basically, his last breaths was like, this isn't for you, dog. Like I don't want you to be like this. So like I tried not to bang. Tried to be better in school. Tried to be I don't know, a stand-up citizen for like my little brother, my little sisters. Hey. And what's up, man? And basically, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this for him. And my pops didn't want me to do it because I probably had the most anger out of all of us. And he was like, nah, you shouldn't do it. He was right, probably. Shouldn't have gone, it changed me. But I went for Chris, that's my brother's name. And I'm still happy I did go, because like, it made me not follow the gangs anymore. It made me not try to be, I don't know, stupid. And it corrected me. But going into the process, I had a homie that was all about it. And he was like, yeah, man, I want to be this, I want to be that. I was like, all right. I was like, show me how to do that, because I don't know nothing about it. My dad doesn't want me to go. So, yeah. So we took our ASVAB in high school, because they come recruit you in high school, which I don't think they should. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't like them coming to talk to some impressionable kids and telling them, hey, look, you can have everything you want. Like,
well, that's exactly why they do it.
Yeah, because you're easy to manipulate, you know what I mean? And you're already rebelling against whatever system you think is oppressing you.
You don't want to go to school.
Yeah,
so like, all right,
your parents are making you do, so, you know, so there's an outlet, so to speak. So I was like, yeah, for sure, bro. And I took the ASVAB, and because I'm not like the smartest dude, but I'm also not the dumbest dude.
Yeah.
I scored pretty decent. And I could have been like on computers and shit. And I was like, nah, I kind of want to do some shit. Like, I kind of want to blow some shit up. And I swear. And I was like, what else is there? Yeah. And I was like, what else is there? And they were like, well, they gave me a few options. And I was like, ooh, I like force recon. The way they explained it was like, basically, we are the SWAT of the military. Like, I was like, all right, cool. But Marines just sounded cool. Like my dad was a Marine. He's gonna find out I'm a Marine and think I'm dope. I don't know. Went home, told him I'm gonna go, and dude was like, I'm gonna break your legs before you go. I was like, oh.
So he was really against it.
Yeah, he was really against it. So I was like, I don't even know if I should go home. So like I waited until we had to take the bus out to San Diego, and that was that. I didn't come back home for like 2 years.
Sheesh.
Yeah, he was all pissed, but.
What was the first station that you went?
First place that I went?
Yeah.
So I stayed at Piddleton for a while, and then I went to Japan.
Oh, really? How was that? How was your
Japan
time
was
over there?
dope because I'm a nerd. I like anime. I thought that was the dopest
you were at
shit.
home then,
Yeah, bro. Thought that was a shit. And I was out there just for like just different training. It was like we were doing reconnaissance training, and most of it was a lot of training. And like my last few years is when I saw like combat.
So prior to that, when you were taking your ASVAB and stuff, did you already have that conversation of being recon?
No. My friend put that in my head, and then he said it once, and then when I talked to them, I was like, oh, that shit does sound kind of cool. And then like a teenager, I was like, yeah, let's do that.
It's the same thing. I had a buddy who was a couple grades older than I on the wrestling team, and he graduated and he went to the Marines, and like you said, he came back to the high schools trying to recruit me. He's like, yeah,
dude, he came back.
It's the best thing, like that. So that's probably where that impression in my head came in. Like, all right, I'm gonna go there, because I didn't want to go to school. That was the only thing.
Yeah, me neither, dog.
It's like, I'm done with this, which I did going back to school, and in my opinion, I was like, I just wasted time, dude.
Yeah,
because I didn't know what I wanted to do.
I did the same, man.
Yeah, that's. But shout out to the military, man. Thank you guys for the service, because it gets real over there, man. I know a lot of people who come over there and come back, and they don't come back. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, man. And even like, and it's fucked up because it's like even if you do come back, like the person that left ain't the same, man. So it's like a lot of people ask, would you let your kids go? Or it's like before they even finish the questions, like, nah.
You already know what they're going
yeah. It's like, nope. Even if it's just training, like even, if anything, I let them go to the National Guard. So it's like, you're here. You know what I mean? You're somewhere in our states, like close by, rescuing, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not really going out to start conflict or prevent, in quotes, conflict. You know what I mean?
In quotes.
Yeah, because I mean, a bunch of the, I don't know, without saying too much, like a bunch of the shit is bullshit, man. And
I had some guy I used to know. He the reason I asked you, like, did you know what you wanted to do already? Because he was one of those ones who didn't, or who did. But I don't know if he didn't score high enough or what the backstory was. But he ended up being like when they fill the ammo and stuff, like carrying the, what are they called?
oh, the ammo box?
Yeah. He was a scrawny little dude.
Little ammo crate.
Yeah. So he said he came back and his back was all messed up.
Oh, because they have you carried above your head, dog.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Up mountains and shit. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Man.
Oh, yeah. So.
And I don't know if it depends on like the person who's basically conditioning you, but one of the dudes straight up told us we were doing like prison burpees.
Prison burpees?
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? And like he was like, hey, these are prison burpees, but he explained to us, he's like, man, I learned these when I was locked up. I was like, oh, all right. But he had us do it with the ammo crate, dog. So what it is, you run in place and you basically hit your abs, squat down to a full squat, throw your legs out for the burpee, push up, knee in, then knee out. Still with each push up with each knee. Then you grab the ammo crate, lift it up above your head, do it all over again. You know how heavy ammo crate is?
I don't. How
50 pounds, bro.
50 pounds?
50, like, yeah.
How many times have you doing the reps?
Until we drop. Like, there's no counting. And then you'd have to run up whatever the mountain was that we were on, or run whatever laps we had to do. It was grueling, dude.
I do, you know what, going back to the working out thing, I do see a lot of people implementing the prison burpees these days. And growing
all
up,
body.
Yeah, I didn't realize how valuable like body strength is. You know what I mean? Like growing up, you want to lift the most weights. You see like Arnold or Ronnie Coleman, and you're like, yeah, dude, I just got to put up wheels. You know what I mean? But as I get older, that's actually why I got into kettlebells, because you know, once I hit 2 out of the 3 goals, I was like, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Like, why am I destroying my body? I'm not competing. Like, I just want to maintain, you know, because I want to chase my kids. I want to do that. I just want to be healthy.
Yeah, that's the purpose right there. And when people ask like, why are you trying to work out? A lot of people think it's for glamour. It's like, nah, bro. When my kid's able to actually run laps and do shit, I want to be able to keep up with him. I want to give him something to compete with. You know what I mean? Because like to this, I feel like the first time I actually ever beat my pops in basketball was I was a grown ass man, bro. There was like, I swear to God, I was not a teenager. I was not, you know, I was like, man, that's fucked up. Because like, low key, you're old now, bro. Like, you're not all the way there. And I was like, man, this dude's been holding his own the whole time though, for all like 5 of us. There's 5 boys, 3 girls, and handling all of us. No one beat him up until they got to like an age to where he was unable to compete, you know. And it was like, damn.
So he gave up that ground physically.
Basically, yeah. So like, and that's the same thing with like boxing, because he's the one that taught us. So the same thing with boxing or wrestling or like the jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean? Like, this dude was so official that he was like, because my brothers, I'm the runt. I should have told you. Everyone's like 6'4", 6'5". Like, even my little brother is like 6'3" right now. Though.
Really?
10 years younger than me, yeah. Freaking, so I'm like, oh yeah, that's the little puppy right there. Like, I'm the small one. Like, my sisters, I think, are all 5'11".
No.
Yeah, almost 6 foot. Again, smallest. But so that's like low key what made me have to like, you know, I gotta go harder than y'all so I can compete with y'all. But this dude was able to handle all of us up until like he was like 50 something. So I was like, I gotta aspire to be like that, you know?
Heck yeah, dude. That dad strength is something else. One of my boys, he didn't start wrestling till he was in 9th grade, and it's one of those things where like, you know, 2 people can start one thing and you could tell one has a gift for it real fast. He was that guy, dude. He was winning tournaments.
Really?
He ended up wrestling. He coaches now for I think one of the schools he used to wrestle for.
Okay.
He won the JUCO national for wrestling.
Damn.
But with all that being said, I remember him and his dad were kind of like messing around one day, and his dad was still had it on him. You know what I mean? Older cat.
So
Same
it's like,
thing. Took care of himself. Strong dude. Just like pure strain. It didn't even look like he had a single ounce of body fat on him.
Just that natural.
That dude, you know what I mean?
That's that old school muscle, bro.
Yeah, that's what I want to be, dude. I just want to not just look good, but, you know, feel good, because that's what it is, just maintaining the feeling.
So, like, I think the best shape I've ever been in was, so I came back, was a civilian, happy, chunky, in a relationship. Bro, I gained like...
That's real talk.
Dude, real talk. I think the heaviest I've been was 250, 260.
And you're like, what, 5'9"?
I'm like 5'9", 5'10", maybe. I might be giving myself an inch, bro. But
on a good day.
On a good day, you know what I mean? But most likely like 5'9". But I was solid. I had some dreads, so I was like living that free life.
Look at you, dog.
Yeah. So I had to take a picture for work for a badge, and I was security at one of these like banks. And I saw the picture. I was like, damn, that dude is like, that is not me. And then my chick, my girl at the time, she was like, no, that's you. I love that. She's like, she enjoyed my solid state, right?
Yeah.
I was like, nah, fuck that. So I ate spinach and chicken for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Sheesh.
And ran every morning and every night. And I think within like a week, not a week, like a month, I lost like 30-something pounds. And it was just water, no sugar, no soda, no nothing. And I was like, all right, cool. Weak as shit, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no muscle at all. Super, like, kind of ripped. But, bro, I used to be able to hit, like, 2 plates easy. Couldn't even hit a plate. I was like, oh, man, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I changed myself. I was like, I ruined myself. And I was like, nah, screw that. I'm going to just start eating again. I started eating, started lifting again. And then I accumulated that, like, almost, oh, damn, that's clean. That almost dad strength. This was like a couple years ago.
We're almost there, dog. We got time.
Damn, that is clean.
Thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate the conversation.
For shizzles, dude. Thank you for the cut.
Heck yeah.